Good morning. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times and you are watching me off of my Instagram profile, make sure that you do subscribe. And also for anybody else that's in any of my groups, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notified when I go live, and also you get notified every time I upload a new video. So welcome to Saturday. It is card sketch number 70, and you know, I'm excited, but I'm always excited to be with you on Saturday morning. So this is our 70th card sketch. And what I wanted to do was I kind of wanted to expand off of the last that I had done last week. But then I decided that possibly what I should do is switch it up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. And good morning, Marilyn and Marjorie. Oh my goodness, thanks for joining us, especially from Sorrento. Oh my goodness. So yes, if you are on my group, I do not see who you are, and thanks so much, Kathy, for letting me know who you are. But if you go through my page, I do find out who you are because your name comes up on there. So today what our card sketch is, it's a fairly simple card sketch, but I always say that it's a simple card sketch, and somebody says, oh no, it's not really that simple, but it really truly is. We are going to use the Whimsy and Wonder today, or I'm going to use the Whimsy and Wonder today, and I'm hoping that you'll see how beautiful this suite really is. So let me just go switch down to my desktop, and I'll go through, and this is the card sketch. And I'm going to pull it up a little bit. Now this one has a little bit, I want to explain kind of what it kind of means, because when I go layer number 2, there's one part of layer number 2 and another part of layer number 2, and you can't really see that on that second one. I apologize, but I will show you through my card there. But this layer, and this happens to be basic white, and this one happens to be silver, are both in the same layer. And then when you get to layer number 3, you have it at this designer series paper and the piece that goes over top of there. So that's where the difference is. And this layer number 4 is just this piece down here. And you'll see how I'm going to do something a little bit different with that piece that's just down there. This could be ribbon. It could be just a strip of anything that you want to use on there. I'm going to use ribbon today, I think, is what I'm going to use. We'll see how that goes. All right, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. I want to show you this beautiful suite. This is the Whimsy and Wonder suite. It can be found on page 24 to 25 on the J2D mini catalog. It has beautiful images here. It has the tree images. It has the ribbon. These you can't see too well in here, but they are actually snowflakes on there, and I'll show you what they come in a huge package, actually, and it's on an iridescent type background. And I always say, don't get rid of your, I'm going to see if I can shut this light off and we get a little bit of that glare going. But don't throw this part away, because you can cut out different trees out of there. You can cut out banners out of there. You can cut out a lot of different things out of there. And then this designer series paper, and I don't even have a pack done up for you, but it really is specialty paper, and it's gorgeous specialty paper. It has that iridescent look with it. And then, of course, like I say, the stamp set and the dies that go along with it. And then this ribbon it's a frayed Blushing Bride ribbon, and we're going to make it so it's frayed again today. So let's see what we can do with this. Oh, don't forget about the stamp camp. You have up until September the 5th, I think, to get registered for this. There's a special host code that what you do, you order the suite, and it's the whole suite the price that's down here, and this is for Canadians. Trust me, if you are in another market, we can look after you because we have some demonstrators from the United States, we have demonstrators from the UK, and we also have demonstrators down in Australia. So if you live in any of those markets, we can look after you for this stamp camp. What the stamp camp is if you buy this suite, you get 13 make and takes, because there's 13 of us from this our Creative Abound, Creativity Abounds design team. And you're going to get 13 make and takes. And then you also get invited into the group where we're going to also show 13 more alternative projects that are there. Oh, only the ribbon was on back order. Well, there's something else on back order right now. I think the designer series paper at this point is on back order, but the back orders are supposed to be in the warehouse on September the 6th. So there shouldn't be a problem with this. Great stamp camp, great value for you for purchasing it. Like I say, I can't say enough about this. Awesome. Okay, so we have this, like I say, we're going to use the dies. I'm going to use just this particular die from here. And I'm going to use probably, yeah, I'll just use maybe one of these sentiments from there. So let me come in with my colors. I can't stop using this Blushing Bride. I think it's so pretty. The designer series paper that goes along with it and everything else. So I have my regular card base. I'm just going to take a bunch of this stuff out of here. I have my regular card base, and I was actually going to do it 4 1/4 by 11, but then I thought, you know, I'll just do this, the regular, which is 5 1/2. And let's see if this is going to work. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And not to sound like a broken record, but if you look at this, there is the mountain. Make sure that you fold into the mountain. That gives you the nice straight edge along the edge there. And then you're also going to use your bone folder. Another thing about this, or tutorials that we give out, they come both in metric and they come in, whoops, we're going a little blurry. So let's me, if I can, I'm just going to go like this, and hopefully that's going to straighten me out. This is so frustrating. Oh, there we go. We're not blurry anymore. Have no idea why that happens. Apparently, if I cover up my camera, it works. So I apologize for that. All right, so I do have my Blushing Bride. I'm not going to attach that yet. And I have my piece that's here. And this piece happens to be 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and put this beautiful designer series paper on there. So I'm going to go do that right now. And I think because I am on camera, I'm going to go ahead and use my glue. I am not very good at getting things straight. Not on camera anyways. So let me just move this, and I'm just going to put this onto there. And then the other piece that I have, which equals level 2 and layer 2 and layer 3. This is a piece of the new silver that we have. It comes in 3 different types of silver, but it has quite a texture to it. And I know that you can't really see that too well on the camera, but then there's a darker one and almost a gun barrel silver. So I'm going to have that just go off to the side here. And then I've got this piece that's a 1/2 inch that I'm going to go ahead and let's stamp the sentiment on there right now. It looks like I didn't clean this off from before, so I want to make sure that I've got that good and clean. So I'm going to use just that, the sentiment that is, let your heart be light. And I'm going to use Blushing Bride with it. I'm hoping that that's going to show up enough. If it doesn't, what you could possibly do, you could do this in, oh, it would be really nice embossed with silver. What should I do? Should I emboss that with silver? Or should I? You know what? I'm going to try it this way. We'll see what it looks like. And now I got to stand on my tiptoes to make sure that I've got that. And then we'll go from there. All right. That should have actually been put down a little bit lower. So when I've done up my things, I've used repositional tape. So I'm just going to take that off. Let me just go in with my glue eraser. There we go. And I'm just going to I'm going to get that down a little bit lower on here. So let's see. There we go. All right. So that's about the only part of stamping that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to actually put this right towards the edge there. So I'm going to come in again with my glue, I think is what I'm going to do. That doesn't ooze out. And then let's just put this. Now, I'll tell you the reason why I'm leaving a tiny bit there, because what I want to actually do is I want to put that right under there is how I want to do it. So that's the reason why that's like that. So now what I want to do is I want to get this part of it. So I'm going to use my ribbon. Now, my ribbon, I want it frayed. And I know some people really have issues with stuff that frays, but this ribbon frays amazingly. So I want to cut this about there. So all I'm doing is I'm just putting a piece of tear and tape here. And the reason I am is because I want it to stay there. What it's doing is acting like somebody holding that for me. And then I'm just going to come in with my ribbon scissors and I want to just cut this. And it doesn't bother me if I'm not even. Probably should, but it doesn't. So I'm just going to go in. I'm hoping that that's enough. So let's see. Probably going to need just a bit more. So I want to do a faux bow around that as well. So let me go in and just cut a little bit more. There we go. I'm just going to cut that. Okay, so I kind of want this to fray up a bit, and trust me, after it is on your card for a bit, it's going to fray anyways. But there's a reason why they have it as frayed, right? All right, so I'm going to come and I'm putting on the back of my Blushing Bride, because I always do with my ribbon, is I'm going to actually have this go about there, I guess. And I'm just going to attach my ribbon. And I don't know how this is going to look. I had a vision in my head, so we'll see how this turns out. Vision in my head. So I've been attending this Stampin' Up! Leaders Conference. Oh my goodness. Some of the speakers are just totally amazing. It's so neat when you get to have they're motivational speakers. There's ones that, the one I think I got the best out of the whole thing yesterday was Train Your Brain. To me, it was one of the better speakers that they've had. And that's the power of positive thinking, right? So, but boy, it was really good, really good. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off. I'm hoping that that's going to look okay. I want to just fray this up a bit. My granddaughter would have issues with this, that's for sure. Too messy, Grandma, too messy. All right, so now I'm just going to put some tear and tape back over top of that because we don't want it coming off. I guess I should have provided you with the host code for the Whimsy and Wonder. Oh, I can do that later. But now what I want to do is I want to put this onto the front of my cardstock. So I'm going to use my glue again, just because I can get it on straighter, that's for sure. So what's everybody planning to do today? I have one more day of my conference. Last year we were supposed to go to New Orleans, and of course, well, with COVID and everything got changed. But this year they were thinking of Vegas. I don't know what it's going to be like when they do go to an in-person state thing. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. All right, so I want that to go right along there. So I'm actually going to go and I'm just going to put some tear and tape on here so that I can get that right in the right spot. And then it'll also attach partly down. Wow, I don't even want that to happen. Let's see, maybe I should have not done that way. Well, we'll just turn it around. I think I'm going to use a tiny bit of glue on there. And I want to pop this up. That's why I didn't want to put that strip down there. Just so it's a thin bead. And if I tear that tear and tape off, what's going to happen is it's going to stick down to the card base. So that's why I decided not to do that. So I could have even brought this in just a little bit more, which I think I just might. And I'm going to go in with my dimensionals. So there is a new album also for this. I still haven't done the new album for the Mystery Challenge because I completely forgot about that until this morning. But I think there's some issues with Facebook connecting with certain things. If I do not get a picture of this, this sketch challenge up, it's because of, I have a program thing that basically I schedule it. It's called a scheduling program. And I schedule it to go onto my Facebook pages, and it apparently is not connecting with one another. So in any event, I'm just going to put this, let's see, about there. And I want to come in with this. And, you know, I'm going to see how this is going to look. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Oops. Can't get that underneath there. There we go. And I think I'll just tie one there. And I can always take it off if I don't like it, right? I'm going to go in and do it under this one as well. Something that's just a little bit different. Like I say, they're fraying up and they're doing what they're supposed to do, so. That's going to get kind of a different look, that's for sure. Move one over to that side and one on this side. I'm going to give it a bit of a haircut. I don't know if I like that or not, but you know, it's different, so. See. Okay, let's finish doing what we're doing on the rest of it. So I've gone ahead and I've used, this has got to be, this one and these two trees are my favorite trees out of all of them. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on there. Now this one's really difficult because you can't put the dimensionals on in all the spots, but it'll work for part of it if I go and put some here. Awesome. Hello to Nanaimo. You know, years ago I was supposed to be transferred. I was offered a transfer to Nanaimo and I turned it down. Well, I think my kids had a big part in not wanting to go, so needless to say. But Nanaimo, wow, when I was there, I couldn't believe the restaurants over there, the shopping per capita. Oh, it was amazing. Oops, there we go. I'm just going to put this piece just along the top up here. There we go. Okay, now let's see how this looks. So I'm doing more to my Facebook Live. I mean my YouTube. I can, and I do qualify to do YouTube Lives, but this is interesting to be able to stream this from my Facebook pages to my YouTube pages. So I'm quite enjoying the fact I can do all of it all together. So I'm just going to put that like so. I'm going to trim this part off, and I might even end up just taking one of them off. I don't know. No, it's not bad. That's going to get a good frayed. Okay, then this piece here, there's a piece of designer series paper that has parcels on it. On the back, it's got this beautiful mossy meadow in the polished pink on the back. But I'm going to come in, and I've gone ahead and I've cut some of these, and I haven't cut them very well, I must say. So I'll just quickly trim those down. And this is just gives you a different variation of what you can do with a strip that's like that. So how do you get your inspiration are by different ways. Card sketch, I think, helps quite a bit with getting an inspiration. Like I say, this is not how it started off this morning. But as everyone knows, I leave everything to the last minute. So I don't do my card sketch until Saturday mornings. So. And I should have a blue. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is how this is going to look. I'm going to just have this going across here, like presents under the tree, right? So, let's see. And we can put one on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on some, and some of them, hello. And on some of them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dimensionals on as well. So we'll just put some on and see how that turns out. These parcels are so pretty. Like I say, this paper has iridescent pieces in there. I can just go on with the glue piece. So, and then I can go ahead and put dimensionals behind these ones here. So, don't forget to do your card sketch. Put it into the card sketch album on my group. And then you can be entered in, all the entries for the month get entered into a draw for a stamp set. Let's go ahead and put one right about here. You know, and I think I have to double dimensionalize that one. Because there's the extra levels here. See how that turns out. There we go. There we go. All right, and of course we have to use embellishments, right? So going along with that stamp camp, the embellishments that we've chosen to go with are rhinestones, because the rhinestones can be colored. Rhinestones can be just left the way they are. So we, like I say, we decided to go with rhinestones. So these aren't big enough for what I want. I want to get some bigger ones. So let me just take these out of here. Oh, here we go. Got some big ones here, and then I've got the little ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple of big ones on there. And then maybe just a little one over here. Just like there. And I'm going to move this one, I think. Could go in there. There we go. All right, so there's my card sketch for today. Card sketch number 70. So I hope that you like that. There it is there. Like I say, it adds a lot of different variety, all the different stuff. The only thing I didn't use on this particular card were these really pretty snowflakes, which I could have put behind. Never even thought about it until I got to this part. So there's the card. I love pink Christmas cards. So when this paper came out, I just absolutely loved it. So now remember, if you are in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I do have a host code, and darn it, sorry, I didn't want that to be going across the bottom like that, but that's the way it's going. So that's the host code for any purchases from now until when I cut that one off. But also, if you are joining me by Facebook or by my YouTube, make sure that you do subscribe. If you've never subscribed to my YouTube, make sure that you do. That way you do get notified when I go live. Also, I post an awful lot by not going live on my YouTube channel. So in any event, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, put it into the sketch thing, and also share the video. I'd love for you to share this video with other people to help inspire other people to make cards and use the card sketch, because card sketches are one of the easiest ways to get inspired for doing a card. So have a great Saturday. For any of you that join me on my Sip and Stamp, I'm and I don't know if that's going to show up, but there is Sip and Stamp tonight. And I think I'll just post that as a regular post. It's the same Zoom information. Just come stamp with us. We just stamp. We talk an awful lot about movie stars. We show an awful lot. It's a lot of fun in any event. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.